So today we're going to do some tapping on a topic where you know that if you do that one thing that it's really good for you, that'll make a huge difference in your life, and you have resistance to doing it. So this is going to be a quick little mini tap to work through the resistance and any blocks between you and actually taking that right action for yourself. Okay. So dropping down from the collarbones and finding the sore spot on your chest, start to feel around. And when you find that spot, start to massaging it. Taking a big deep breath and repeating after me, adjusting the words to be what's true for you. Even though I'm in resistance to doing this thing. And go ahead and say what your thing is that you're trying to do. I'm open to loving and accepting myself. Tapping the eyebrows. I'm in resistance to doing this. Tapping the temples. I don't want to do this. You can't make me do this. Tapping the cheeks. I'm going to keep avoiding this all day, maybe all week, all month. I give myself permission to never, ever do this. Tapping under the nose. And even if I never do this, I'm open to loving and accepting myself. Tapping the chin. I may never, ever do this. There's a part of me that wants to do this. Tapping the chest. Even with all this resistance, there's still a part that wants to do this. And I'm open to acknowledging this part too. Tapping the front of the ribs. Taking a big deep breath. I acknowledge that I have resistance to doing this, even though it would be really good for me. Tapping the sides of the ribs. This would be really good for me, and I'm in resistance, and that's okay. Tapping the inside of the wrist. I don't need to force myself to do this. Even though there's a part of me that wants to. And go ahead and feel into, is there a part of you that just wants to bulldoze past this part that's in resistance and just do it anyway? Tapping the side of the thumb. I'm open to loving and accepting myself, even though I'm in resistance. Tapping the index finger. And scan your body for a moment. Where is that resistance in your body? I feel this resistance in my, and say that body part. Tapping the middle finger. I feel this resistance in my. Tapping the underside of the ring finger. I acknowledge that this resistance is here right now. And notice if that resistance has turned into a fear, where there's a part of you that's afraid of something. There's a part of me that's secretly afraid of doing this because what are you afraid of? Tapping the top side of the pinky. Big deep breath. There's a part of me that's afraid of doing this because tapping the side of the hand. I'm open to loving and accepting myself with this fear. Tapping all over the head and taking 3 big deep breaths. And with each breath, allowing the fear to be there, letting go of trying to fix or change it. Just feeling it in your body. And tapping the eyebrows. I feel this fear, and that's okay. Tapping the temples. It's okay that this fear is here right now. I'm open to loving and accepting myself. Tapping the cheeks. I acknowledge this fear. I acknowledge this fear of, and what are you afraid of happening, or what are you afraid of experiencing if you were to do this thing? Tapping under the nose. I'm really afraid. Tapping the chin. Of course I'm afraid. This would create change in my life. Tapping the chest. This is different than what I'm used to. And if that's not true for you, go ahead and say what's really here for you. Tapping the front of the ribs. And what else are you afraid of if you were to do this thing? I'm secretly afraid that what would happen? Tapping the sides of the ribs. And what are all those great reasons for why you're not doing this thing? Is it too much work? Is it too hard? Would it commit you to something that you have to keep doing? Is it too much responsibility? Tapping the inside of the wrist. I have all these great reasons for why I don't want to do this. And go ahead and say that reason. Tapping the thumb. And I'm open to loving and accepting myself, even with this reason. Tapping the index finger. I'm open to the possibility of allowing my body to relax. It's possible I don't need to force this, even with all these valid reasons of doing it and not doing it. Tapping the middle finger. So let's tap into the thing that you're avoiding again. And I'd like you to imagine for just a moment that you're going to go ahead and do the thing. So just picturing in your mind, what would it be like to do it? Walking through the steps, how you would feel, what it would look like. Tapping the underside of the ring finger and imagining this now. Tapping the pinky. And as you're imagining you doing the thing, what came up for you? What are you feeling in your body? I'm feeling, go ahead and say what you're feeling. Could be positive or negative. Tapping the side of the hand. I'm open to acknowledging any remaining resistance around doing this. Tapping the head. This resistance is allowed to be here. And I'm open to releasing this resistance now. Big, deep breath. And sighing it out. Tapping the eyebrows. I'm open to the possibility of releasing any remaining resistance now. Tapping the temples. What if this could actually be more fun than I could ever imagine? What if it could even be easy or enjoyable? Tapping the cheeks. What if this is secretly what I've been wanting to do for a long time? And it might feel really fulfilling to do it. Tapping under the nose. I'm open to the possibility of making this fun for myself. Tapping the chin. And go ahead and feel into this. What would make this activity more exciting and fun for you? So, for example, if you had to do a chore that you're not excited about, could you potentially play some good music, dance while you're doing it, maybe do it with a friend, have a little party, invite people over to do it with you? Tapping all over the chest. Or is it something that you're doing for yourself? And how can you make that even better? I'm open to making this fun for myself. Tapping the front of the ribs. What if this could actually be enjoyable? What if I could have a wonderful time doing this thing that I've been avoiding for so long? Tapping the sides of the ribs. I'm open to loving and forgiving myself for avoiding this. Oops. I am open to the possibility that I'm ready to do this now. And if you're not ready to do it now, say, I'm still not ready to do this now, and that's okay. Tapping the inside of the wrist. Big deep breath. And acknowledging any remaining resistance. I acknowledge any remaining resistance now. And I accept any remaining resistance now. Go ahead and softening the heart, breathing into the center of your chest. And bringing love and acceptance to any remaining resistance, any remaining fear, any remaining contraction or tension in your body. Tapping the side of the thumb. Taking another breath into your heart. Tapping the index finger. I'm open to the possibility that I can do this for myself. And go ahead and be curious for a moment. What is the effect on people outside of you? So either your community, your loved ones, your friends, maybe clients, the people in your life. Are there any positive effects for them? Tapping the middle finger. It's possible that this thing that I've been avoiding could actually benefit the people around me. It might benefit them, and go ahead and say how it would benefit them. Start just making things up. Tapping the underside of the ring finger. It's possible this might have a great effect for me and for others. And I get to make it fun. I might as well enjoy it. Tapping the pinky. I'm ready to go do it now. Tapping all over the body. I'm proud of myself for tapping on this resistance today. I am creating fun and play and enjoyment in this activity. And saying 2 nice things about yourself. Okay. Coming to stillness when you're ready. And I hope that that was helpful for you today. Have a beautiful day, and may your activity be surprisingly enjoyable.